Blessings, family. I want to share this first, real quick. One second. I'm so sorry. How do I? Okay, hold on. What was I saying? One second. I'm almost done. I need to hurry up too. Okay. Greetings, peace, peace to my new family, my new YouTube family. What's going on? So I need to make this as brief as possible because I have things to do, but I definitely needed to make sure that I share, you know what I mean? Because sharing is definitely caring. And that's just what it is. Oops, sorry. So let me just make this quick, like I said to you guys. A quick introduction of who I am, first of all. Okay, I am Shakina Appleberry, the two fruits to just how it sounds. Okay. I live out here in Boston. My background, a little bit about my background. I grew up in a single parent household. I am the oldest of 5 siblings. Okay. And, I'm a single parent as well. My son's 19 and my daughter is 17 years old, gracefully. Okay. So with all that being said, as a young child, I was always into media, unconsciously knowing, I didn't realize this until I was about in my 30s, maybe late 20s, right? So as I dealt with life, I wanted to become this model, this actor, this actress, right? Things wasn't working out to my advantage, not knowing what they wanted from me, after taking my money several times, not just once, but several times, you know what I'm saying? Moving forward, I just went to school, took up broadcast media, started recording talk shows from the comforts of my living room. Okay, I have another YouTube channel, Two Fruits Productions. In fact, this is my name. This is before I even knew how to operate a YouTube channel. You know, it's my name, Shakina Appleberry. So I started creating these shows for the people, of the people, and by the people. Let us talk about it, you know. And they would come to my home, and you know, we would record these shows, and I would upload them, you know. Then I excelled to radio, Power 102.1 FM, you know. Then, you know, my local community television network, Boston Neighborhood Network Television. You know, I started producing these shows on television, radio, television. You know, then I created 2 shows, Let Us Talk About It for the adults, and Let Us Talk About It too for the youth, because we can't leave them out, right? Right. So with all that in a nutshell, you know, as years came about, I grew, you know. Through all this time, I was always eating meat. Took pork out of my life maybe 20 years ago. But however, I've been eating meat, flesh, blood, fucking it up, killing it, hot sauce and all, okay? Until I ran into this fine gentleman named Dr. Sebi, and I'm sure you guys are aware of Dr. Sebi, okay? He teaches you how, you know, your food definitely needs to be your medicine, you know, your holistic way of eating is the best way to be eating, you know. He teaches us how our body is deprived of alkaline foods, you know, and how we are just, you know, pretty much unhealthy. I'm small, but that doesn't mean anything, you know. So from that point moving forward, about 2 years ago, I was like, oh, hell no. I seen a chicken, watched it get, yeah. Watch the cow, watch them remove the pus, remove a boil from a cow. All this pus thing, gooky stuff coming up out of it. And I'm like, damn, this is what I'm putting in my cheeseburgers? This is what I'm putting in my system for my cheeseburgers? Because me, let me just tell you how I would make my cheeseburgers. Facts. I would prepare my cheeseburgers with, you know, ground beef for like 100% ground beef or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And I would stuff it with Velveeta cheese. So therefore, when it's being cooked, the cheese would just be like blub, blub, blub. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ilios commercial, you know? And then we'll fry an egg to put on top, and we'll fry an egg to put beneath it, with a slice of cheese on top of it, okay? That's how I was preparing my burgers. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, Shakina, this is what you're doing. All of the chemicals that they're putting into these animals, we're consuming. And this is the reasons why we're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is the reasons why we're adapting to the same sex. You know what I'm saying? You get my drift? Because of the food we eat. One of the reasons why there's so many health conditions going on. Obesity, GMO foods, this processed bullshit. Yeah? You get my drift. So what I'm saying is that, because of so, I decided to change my way of eating. I decided to change the way I live, period, all in a nutshell. You know? Whereas I incorporate meditation. You know, I incorporate my incense. I incorporate my crystals. I incorporate my stones. I incorporate the divine energy You know what I mean? So this is what I do. And this is my journey. And because this is what this is what has been helping me, connecting with my ancestors, connecting with, the higher source, just raising my vibrations. This has been helping me cope with society. you know what I'm saying? Dealing with people, period. It's like, everybody out here, they don't share the same beliefs that you share, which is okay, which is fine. I grew up in a Christian household. Now I'm just straight spiritual. Don't speak to me about going to a church. But that's nor here or there. To each his own. I'm speaking about what works for me. And if it works for you, if this resonates with you, that you would like to change your way of living, then please subscribe, like, and share. Because there's going to be so many things that I have to offer, including wellness information, wellness products. We're speaking about herbs. We're speaking about our nutritious products. How we need to be incorporating the proper nutrients into our system. You know what I'm saying? So I'm also speaking about our natural skincare products, our natural hair products that I will be able to provide for my people. And I will also be providing the ingredients so that you guys can make it yourself and don't have to purchase it from me. Because after all, this is something that we need to be incorporating in our daily lives, You will be able to locate the products on my website. The website is currently in construction phases right now. You can also go check me out on check me out in Kena's Kitchen on Facebook. Kena's Kitchen, KENNA ', Kitchen. What else do we have going on? So yes, the website's under construction. We have the anti-bullying walking rollathon. This walk connects with our health, connects with our wellness. Okay. The reason why it's going to connect with our health, because this is your cardio. You're walking from point A to point B. Okay. This is your exercise for the day. Let's just say. You know what I'm saying? So not only that, your wellness, because there's so many people that's dealing with bullying, we have to understand that we need to be able to block these negativity individuals up out of our space. That is a part of wellness, must I say. Anything that I provide is not to cure, treat, or prevent any diseases. This is definitely my wellness journey. And you guys, please feel free if you choose to join me. Okay? This is not taken away from anything that your physician, your healthcare physician has provided for you, any information that I give to you. Okay? Definitely, whatever I share with you, go do your own research. Don't take it from me. Okay, please go do your own research and then come back to me and let me know what you think. I am partnering up with our herbalist, our doctor. I will disclose her name on a later date, as well as our other, partnering individuals who is down for the cause. Okay? So with all that being said, family, my new YouTube family, I love you. I appreciate you already. You don't even know it. And I have to go. I just wanted to introduce myself properly, okay? Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to Two Fruits Wellness, okay? Send me an email, twofruitswellness@gmail.com. Okay, and check me out on Facebook in Kena's Kitchen. Join it. Where your food can either be your medicine or your enemy, and we must choose our battle holistically. Deuces.